Arthur Reeves and the Vandellas and Dancing in the Street. And, of course, my next guest is going to tell me that that was covered by... Who was it covered by? Who's the version that you came across first?
In Argentina, it was famous by David Bowie and Mick Jagger.
That's right. And you came to that original version after the Bowie Mick Jagger version.
Yes.
Yeah, right. It's always nice when you discover stories about music, isn't it?
It's very nice. It's very curious, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the voice you can hear is that of Argentina's finest tango vocalist, Martin Alvarado, who's going to be performing at the Rising Sun Arts Centre in Reading tonight. It's the last date on his 36th international tour. And over the past 5 years, he has given performances, well, in many, many places, but specifically here in the UK more than 100 times.
Yes.
Are they kind of good audiences for you, the UK, then?
Yes, lovely.
Yeah.
Really lovely. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was noticing you're not long after playing in Russia. Now, what was that like?
Russia, the last time, I think it was in March.
Right.
Yes.
And what were they like then?
Oof, insane. I love to play in Russia as well. Yeah,
And
very big theaters, lots of people.
Right. They weren't reserved. I just assumed for some reason that the audience in Russia would be a bit reserved.
No. They're very passionate.
Yeah?
Yes, they're fanatic, you know. When I have the fortune to be quite known in Finland. If you have fans in Finland, they might be talking to you and they would never tell you they are your fans. But in Russia, they are like... These people, that's Martin Alvarado, you know, and that's very good for me, mostly, when I'm single. Yes.
You get the woman knocking on the dressing room door.
Something like that.
Yes,
you feel like a rock star when you go to Russia. And I, to be honest, I like the way to express their love and their fanatism. Mm. And it's very nice to be in Russia. So, and the halls are, you know, historic, most of them. I was playing for 6,000 people in February in the Kremlin's concert hall.
In the Kremlin concert hall?
Yes.
Wow.
Concert hall, yeah.
Right.
Fantastic place.
And therefore, compared to that, where in Russia you're treated like a rock star, how do your audiences here treat you?
Very nicely, very nicely. We're playing smaller venues, but beautiful ones, and I really like to play in England. Yeah. That's why I came so many times. I don't know how many tours we did with Lisa Cherry Downs, my producer, who is by my side, but it's really fantastic for me.
Well, you've had over 100 shows here, which is amazing. Give me briefly your route through to being the tango tenor. Then, how did you become so attached to the tango and your voice so suitable for it?
Well, you don't need to have a specific kind of voice for singing tango. You can be a baritone, you can be a tenor. It doesn't change. But tango, you know, is very. It's like in our DNA. You know, it's been always in our family, and my parents played tango since we were kids. So first we fall in love with rock music and pop music. That's why I know what I told you about. But later on, when I was studying, you get to examine the music, the complexity of the music. You fall in love with this kind of music. It's very complex. It's very rich. You know, the melodies are fantastic and very hard to sing, and the texts in the best pieces were made by poets. So it's really high-class music. Mm. And I'm not talking about the songs I write myself, honestly. I'm talking about, for instance, songs written by Homero Manzi, one of the biggest poets, the main ones, or the melodies by Astor Piazzolla or Aníbal Troilo or Carlos Gardel. They're really, really difficult to create and also to perform.
And of course, it's a very passionate dance.
Yes.
There's a lot of romance in there as well. Mm-hmm. So do you have to put yourself in a different place in your head when you're singing the tango type music as opposed to whatever else you do?
I think whatever, in my case, whenever I'm performing, I put everything I am into the music I'm performing. So I don't really have to make, to work it out, you know. I just flow. I'm kind of honest when I'm performing. I'm performing every single song I sing is my choice, so that makes it easier. I only have to get into the music and
it may be
flow.
a silly question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Can you tango? Can you actually do the dance? Are you good at it?
Not my case.
Oh, you can't? No. Right. No, I thought you were going to say, of course, every Argentinian's great at the tango.
I wish I could, but you know, I'm traveling so much, and to be doing what I do demands full dedication. because I'm not only singing, I'm also playing at the same time guitar. So I've been working very hard to become the artist I am now. So whenever I have time off, I dedicate it to my family or to play football or, you know.
Oh, you're a big football fan.
I'm a big football fan. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So you're Maradona would be up there on the wall, would he, in a photograph?
Under Messi.
And Lionel Messi.
Under Messi. Messi is the number one.
Oh, Messi's number one, and
Absolutely.
Maradona's been relegated, has he, in
Absolutely,
Argentina?
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
20 times better than Maradona.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's certainly 20
There is
times
a
thinner.
journalist in Argentina who very wisely said, Messi is the best Maradona every day. And it's true. I saw Maradona playing. I know many people will hate me for this, but it's quite easy to see.
Right. Yeah, well, that's quite a burden for Messi to carry then. I want to throw a quote at you. Lisa, who's your manager and promoter in the UK, said, I knew as soon as I heard Martin sing that he had something special about him. He has that wow factor you don't come across very often, which is a nice thing to say. How would you analyse it yourself? What makes you have that wow factor?
I don't know. I think I have to say I'm very lucky to be given the gift to make music, to be creative as well. So all I do is to work very hard to honor that gift, and I'm really happy playing wherever I play, because I can play for 6,000 one day and for 20 people the day after, and I'm the same guy. She has seen me.
Right.
So I just feel happy to be a singer, to be much better than I dreamt I would be, and to keep learning and keep improving. So that's all I can say. The wow factor is something that maybe Lisa can explain or somebody else, but I cannot say. I'm just happy if I have it.
Quite right. Well, I think we should find out about this wow factor now by having you sing, if you don't mind it. You've got your guitar
I
there.
can play a couple of half songs if you want.
All right, I'll leave it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the sound of the tango tenor. This is Martin Alvarado.
This is a song by Astor Piazzolla called Trovador Milonga, Milonga del Trovador. Soy de una tierra hermosa, de América del Sur, en mezcla gaucha de indio con español, de piel y voz morochas bien mi guitarra, que al mundo van las coplas y me fui yo. Con un rumor de nidos volaban tras de mí aquellos pañuelitos en la estación. Pero soy peregrino y a mi nostalgia la llevo aquí en la oreja del corazón. Vamos a la distancia, sí, que soy el trovador. Si la distancia llama, yo jamás veré ponerse el sol. Vamos a la distancia ya, y si no llego a amor, vos le darás mi alma de argentino y de cantor.
Oh, that was just beautiful. That was Martin Alvarado appearing tonight, the last date of his 36th international tour at the Rising Sun Arts Centre in Reading. I have to ask you whether you've noticed in your visits here to the UK that people are getting more and more interested in your music, because I'm thinking we're getting more and more interested in dance through the TV show here in the UK. Is it having a benefit for you?
Well, actually, I'm touring here because the first time I came to perform in England, I was with this company of Midnight Tango from Strictly Come Dancing with Vincent and Flavia. I was a member of the band for 13 gigs, I think, concerts in Nottingham and Birmingham. and that's how I met Lisa, and we began doing my own concerts. I was touring on my own, but I came for 2 weeks to do the Midnight Tango, and I know that they made the dance very, very popular, and it is very popular, and of course it's good for me.
So what's coming up? You're going back to Argentina tomorrow after your final date of the tour tonight. What's on the horizon for you?
I work a lot in Argentina. I play every week, once or twice. Yeah.
All right, okay. And in terms of recordings, if people want to get hold of you, is there anything on YouTube or your
YouTube
website?
is flooded with my my stuff here and there, and I have 4 albums released so far, and I have 4 more finished and to be released next year.
You have 4 in the can, ready to go?
Yes, 3 made in Finland and 1 made in Buenos Aires.
Wow, you are a busy man.
Well, it happened because I'm doing 3 to 4 international tours, so I'm always traveling, and that makes the periods of recording longer and longer and longer and longer. So some of the albums were on the making for 4 years.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Well, there's a craftsman.
Yeah.
Just before you go, if you hadn't discovered your talent for music, what would you have done? What would you have been doing?
I have no idea. No
Really?
idea. I want to be a football player, but I never had the skills for it.
Oh, okay.
So I think maybe if I had any other dream, I forgot them.
All right, let's finish with one more number then. What's this going to be?
This is a song of mine, words and music. How much longer will you hurt me? Cuanto más dolerás. Solo mi amigo el camino sabe lo que es mi sufrir. Bebe mi llanto, oye mi ruego, desde que no estás aquí. A veces son las estrellas mis confidentes sin voz. Ando perdido sin tu cariño, no tengo rumbo ni Dios. Ay, cuánto más dolerás. Me pregunto si habrá fin para este castigo. Ay, ya no puedo vivir si no escucho tu voz, si no beso tus labios.
That was just wonderful. Martin, it's a privilege to have you in the studio and to hear your music, and I wish you well. Reminder, it's the Rising Sun Art Centre in Reading tonight, the last date of the tour, and we've been listening to Martin Alvarado. Martin, my undying thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My
Cheers.
pleasure.
Thank you.